What's going on, guys? And we are back with episode, what would this be? 8 of Patriots franchise. And this is the opening game of the 2024-2025 season. We're going to start with what I think our goal is going to be. Our schedule, it looks like I think we can eke out 7 wins. So we're going to go 7 wins as our commitment for our goal. Next, draft class, auto-generated rookies. Barry Dalton, quarterback, a ton of outside linebackers. So that will probably be what one of our scouts will have to be. We'll talk about our camp standout, which I believe was Christian Gonzalez. And yep, every year it's a player who balls out in preseason doesn't end up doing anything once the actual season starts. I think you're different. I've never been more ready, coach. All right, 2 combined INTs and pass deflections with Gonzalez. That's not going to happen, and Gonzalez is not going to continue his breakout. But, I mean, maybe. All right, this one, we want dominating offense because that's way easier to get in the run game. And it'll ask me to rush for 150 yards, which Ramondre rushed for 150 yards, and I believe all 5 games last year that I played. Now, we're going to hire and assign scouts, which the best way you do this is if you go to region breakdown. Well, first, I'm going to fire all my scouts. None of these guys are going to be worth it for me. All right. So top strengths in this class are cornerback and wide receiver. I can always get better at cornerback and wide receiver, so we're going to go pick up a 3-star cornerback wide receiver scout, Elisa Trenkle, and make her be the national scout. This one, outside linebacker and tackle. I don't know if there'll be one that's outside linebacker tackle, but if there is, I want to get one that's a 2-star, preferably, because that's going to be our worst one. There is a 3-star, but we can't do that one. But we can do this 1-star Brian Axford. We'll schedule or assign Brian Axford the West. Central is outside linebacker and tackle once again. And honestly, 2 positions we need to get better. So if we just scroll back down to outside linebacker and tackle, maybe we'll find another outside linebacker D tackle. And here we go. Ife Ayodele. Maybe that's pronounced correctly. Maybe it isn't. I don't know. We got another cornerback, middle linebacker. There's another 1-star, Tariq Adkins. We'll assign him at Northeast. And then Southeast, another cornerback wide receiver, which there's obviously going to be a lot of 2-stars. Marcus Reeves. We'll assign him to Southeast. So with scouting out of the way, we will now get into our weekly training. And then there is one other thing I wanted to adjust before anything else. I want to go to auto subs. And then in here, I want to increase how much wide receivers get subbed in and how much wide receivers get subbed out. Because I do want to see a lot more of, Demario Douglas, Quez Watkins, maybe Tyquan Thornton. All of them get some touches. Because I feel like if we spread out the ball more, less people get tired, and it'll be a lot more fun for the viewers, and maybe a lot more fun for me. We're doing DB battle. It's Goodwin versus the rookie. Oh, what a catch, Goodwin. I guess I say Goodwin versus the rookie like they're not both rookies. It's Goodwin versus Anthony Dorsey. Oh, we got torched there. This still, even with that incompletion, or that completion, should be possible to complete pretty easily, actually. Because the receiver just doesn't make enough moves. And Goodwin's just a bunch faster than Dorsey. So there's a coverage sack, 3 reps remaining. We should be able to get it here. Giving him a little bit of space and get another coverage sack. Geez, Mac Jones, better not get sacked in the real game, because I will bench you. Don't forget, we gave you a quarterback to battle with. As Goodwin, lock down coverage. All you need to do is not allow a catch here. And we pick him off. That's gold for, what was his name? Cordell Goodwin. Give me a development upgrade. Nope. Cordell Goodwin. Now we do Chris Thomas, which we will do not on the move. We will do red zone attack because this is the best one to do with a tight end. We're up against Christian Gonzalez, but oh well. Thomas is elite. Last one we have to get completed here to get gold. Chris Thomas gets gold. Give me a dev upgrade, please. And no. All right, Anthony Dorsey's next. We'll give him normal wide receiver battle. Once again against Christian Gonzalez. Man, Christian Gonzalez is just getting demolished. Dorsey, what was his archetype? He has 90 speed, which doesn't seem like a lot, but yeah, like those leverage moves, it's just perfect. But yeah, doesn't seem like a lot of speed, but I mean, when it actually plays in game, he'll still be able to get open. He's a 76 overall right now, obviously, and with some more of this XP, he'll keep going up as we're already at silver. Cut outside. Oh, wow. Mac, what are you doing, buddy? All right, we're going to try going deep for the big money. We get 500. I don't think we're actually going to be able to get gold in this, which isn't that big of a deal. Like I said, this is only a difference of 250 XP if we do or do not get the points. We're going to try and go deep for the big shot. Nope, we're not. We're just going to go for 400. And we're 274 points short. Oh, well, we'll take silver on that. Like I said, it's a difference between 750 and I believe 500 XP. Josh Hales, this is my favorite skill or my favorite training. Option attack with a quarterback, especially with a quarterback as fast as Hales. You get your top 2 running backs, and then you get your quarterback, obviously. And Hales is definitely a quicker quarterback, so this will be a lot more fun with him. Usually, you just want to keep handing it off to the guy who goes left, which in this case is Cordell Patterson. 90% of the time, that's what you want to do. But in this case, I did not mean to take that myself, but Cordell Patterson should be able to gain a good amount of yardage. We are on pace for gold right now. I mean, Patterson will just get around the edge. I can't get that celebration multiplier, though, for some reason. Patterson around the edge. That is Josh Uche, number 55. I've got to start learning these numbers better. 30 is Marte Mapu, who I like to call Marley for some reason. 55 is Uche. The other guys on the field are Matthew Judon is number 9 with the red sleeves, as we make a man miss. And I believe number 8, Jawan Bentley, is the other guy. As there's Stevenson. Come on, get your celebration bonus. And with a touchdown on any of the last 11 seconds, I will get gold. So we're going to juke inside, break a tackle, get the celebration bonus. We got gold. Maybe that'll be a dev trade increase. I doubt it will. But it doesn't really matter what play we run. We'll just run it outside with Patterson. Maybe hit a spin move. Okay, that's how you do a spin move. You just either you click B, I think, is spin move, and you can use your right stick to do a spin move, but it usually never works. All right, and then the last player, Demario Douglas. Give me a dev trait increase. Once again, another receiver that isn't the fastest, though I believe he does have 93 speed, if I had to guess. I think he's faster than Dorsey, because usually he's getting open more than you would expect a a slower receiver to do. Douglas torches Gonzalez, throw it deep for the 500, and he gets the 500. Yeah, on these ones, if you get that press coverage and you torch the corner, you want to try and go for the deep ball. If it doesn't seem like you're going to be able to get it, like Gonzalez or whoever your receiver or whoever your corner is, just cut back and go for 400. But if you get like that, like if Gonzalez does not fully animate on the first attempt, just send it deep. Obviously, I missed the 500. It doesn't matter. Now we can just have some fun. We get that outside leverage, cut the other way. Give me the 500. Yep, there we go. If only I could make custom routes in the game. Yep, because he just makes that cut, and then he's wide open back at the end zone for the touchdown. Give me a dev trade increase. No. Well, we got 750 XP. Please, no injuries. Simming training. Ton of stamina increases. Like a bunch of guys get better stamina. No injuries on defense. That's very good. On offense, looks like we escape unscathed. So we head into week 1 with 0 injuries, which is very good for us. Obviously, let's look at some upgrades. Cordell Goodwin, we're going to upgrade your zone. Just get you better overall. Obviously, Goodwin wearing number 1. Juju. I was talking about how I thought Christian Gonzalez, when I was editing, what would have been last episode, I was wondering why Christian Gonzalez was wearing number 6 because I thought he was number 7. I just wasn't fully processing that Juju wears number 7. It's like, obviously he wouldn't, because I'm just so used to, obviously Juju was on the Chiefs last year, so whenever I watched him, he was wearing number 9. But he couldn't be number 9 on this team because number 9 on this team is Matthew Judon. But yeah, we're just going to do Josh Hales' skill upgrade, which will give Field General. He gets his accuracies better, which is something he's not the greatest at. And then we'll do Marley Mop. Oh, I said it again. Marte Mapu. We'll give him Run Stopper. Maybe he'll get some hit power up. Probably not, though. Nope, but some good coverages. And we'll auto-upgrade our 2 backup linemen. All right. So, really quick, I'm going to look at our skill position players. Our slot wide receiver is Dorsey. Demario Douglas. I'll put Demario Douglas in instead of Samuels. And then move Douglas up instead of Quez. Power halfback is Ramondre, obviously. Third down running back is Patterson. Zach Moss is only here for injuries, really. But he's not going to go anywhere else. So I might as well sign him. Yeah, Cordell Patterson's just an insane return, man. If Patterson doesn't start to, like, do anything, I'll put in, like, a Quez Watkins. Because he's faster and can make more men miss. But now we will play the full game. And it will be... You know what? I didn't really use him a ton last year. We'll do our alternate classic red jerseys. It'll be Patriots, Jags. Opening day. Nope, it's not opening day. What do they call it? Ultimate kickoff weekend? NFL kickoff weekend. Jacksonville Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence face off against the New England Patriots and Mac Jones. There's Christian Kirk, Foyosada Luakong. Who is that? Too many people. Number 8, or Christian Gonzalez, number 6. Number 8 was Juwan Bentley. I don't know who's number 4. And here we go. We will kick it deep. Chad Ryland, the greatest kicker of all time, in 8-mile-per-hour winds here in Foxborough, which is basically Boston, Massachusetts. We kick it deep, and they take a knee. So Trevor Lawrence comes out with those flowing locks, which look very awkwardly realistic. Very aggressive decision making. That means we could force him into picks. 83 overall seems very, very underrated for Trevor Lawrence. But I'm not going to judge. All right, this will probably be an in route. We do have Jalen Petrie now. Don't forget about Petrie in that big trade we made in the offseason. Oh, and first play, Lawrence throws a pick, and Christian Gonzalez, in his first game back, has a pick 6. And we might be the greatest team of all time. Wow. Christian Gonzalez basically gets the ball thrown to him. He's running a better route than Zay Jones. And really, I have no idea what Trevor Lawrence is doing. I send a blitz, which is why Jabril Peppers is so close. I moved Jabril Peppers way too close. But Lawrence just throws it immediately, I guess because he has pressure. And Gonzalez takes it all the way back for a touchdown. after another touchback, Trevor Lawrence back out here for the second offense, or the second play from scrimmage, and really second play of the game. And maybe they won't start off with a pick this drive. They can't, because they run it with ETN, and ETN does get blown up by Juwan Bentley, who did have a pick in preseason against Jalen Hurts when Hurts threw it right to him. Kind of like that play, but not really. I was using Bentley up the middle and kind of just stood there covering the slant route, and he threw it right to me. I didn't expect it. But as Lawrence does read option, it is Dietrich Wise Jr. getting the tackle for loss. And now we're going to do QB contain on this play. 2nd and 12, I don't expect to run, but I'm not going to pass commit because you never know with T-Law. This is probably going to be a corner route by Ridley. Oh, crazy spin move by Kirk. I was going for a hit stick with Kyle Duggar, and that spin move was very good. But now it looks like it's going to be a run. It's Boogie Basham's into the game. Remember, we signed him in free agency. And that is a huge play by Christian Kirk. Christian Kirk now has 31 yards on 2 receptions, averaging 15 yards per reception, or 15 and a half, if you really want to get that specific. As now it'll probably be a rush, maybe right with ETN, as we had so much pressure in there. But now Ridley's breaking tackles, and now that is our rookie Goodwin, who was the first guy to get contact and just missed his tackle. We were going to go with a blitz, but I did not like the look for the blitz. We're pass committing. And Kyle Duggar gets trucked. I went for a hit stick on Zay Jones, and it just did not work. As I'm worried we're going to give up a touchdown here. I could run commit up the middle. I'm going to move Petrie out this way. And down goes Trevor Lawrence. Josh Uche, who signed to a, I believe, 2 or 3 year deal. We didn't know if we were going to re-sign him because obviously we didn't know if he wanted to come back after a dismal season, but he wants to come back, so we re-sign him. And they do a draw, and I tried going for a cut stick with, I believe it was Juwan Bentley, and we get stuffed. Nope, Juwan Bentley was the guy I was using, but either way, ETN brings him back. And we're tied now. And now it'll be up to Cordero Patterson to get his first touches as a member of New England Patriots. Just kidding. He played for the New England Patriots before he played for the Raiders, I believe. He was a decent return man for them. And as Patterson breaks a tackle, he'll bring it up to the 25. That's all I ask. Here's Mac Jones. Obviously, I mentioned in the preseason episode that if Mac Jones doesn't perform, I'm not going to be afraid to cut, or to not cut him. I'm not going to cut Mac Jones. He's too much money. I'm not going to be afraid to, make him a backup. As we start off with the first play with Ramondre Stevenson, and unlike he had many a play in the last season, he does not break off a huge play on his first one. As here we go, we got an interesting play call here. And Mac Jones goes down. Shaq Lawson, who I did look at for a bit in free agency, gets the sack, a huge sack here. As now we got Cordero Patterson in the game. As we're going to fire sideline Mike Gesicki, first down. Mac Jones hits his #1 tight end for 22. And that's a huge play. We're going to go back to the pass because it worked out very well for that play. And we're going to go underneath Juju Smith-Schuster. Obviously, I don't want to completely get rid of, because last season I did not target Devontae Parker at all. And I said it was because he was really slow. And now I have Curtis Samuel, who has 94 speed, and I believe is my second fastest receiver, only behind Quez Watkins. Oh my, Stevenson gets stuffed. And it looks like we're not going to get as many great rushes as we did last season. Looks just not starting off great. As Mike Gesicki has no one covering him over the top, I'm hitting him immediately right here. Gesicki, huge play. Mac Jones is 3 for 3 for 60 yards. And that's just elite playing. I want to go right because that's where everyone is, but I'm going left. no one out here besides Curtis Samuel, who holds a block for Stevenson, and Stevenson rushes for 18 yards, which gets him out of the negatives, obviously. And now we're going to go with the pass. Look out for Dorsey underneath, but I might go Samuel in the corner. Oh, I should not have thrown that. I threw it, and then I knew as soon as I threw it that corner stayed. So I had to move Jasicki forward and keep him from, throwing a pick. That was just heads-up play calling. Not by me. I didn't do anything. I threw the bad threat pass, but we're going to hand it off to Cordero. He gains 5 on his first rush. He's kind of playing what Zeke played last year, as just the change of pace back, even though Zeke was not a change of pace back. And currently, there's no Mike Jasicki out here. It's the rookie Thomas, as we're going to roll out with Mack. And Mack going to reach, and he's down to the 1. He runs for 3. Allen and Turner make the tackle, but I feel like we got to go for this. I'm going to go with a pass. If I don't like the look, I'm going to hand it off. And we're going to have a second chance to look at it. We're at the end of the first quarter. It is 7-7. And they want us to kick it now. I don't agree. Ramondre Stevenson. And, wow, horrible blocking by Cole Strange. I wanted to cut in, but Cole Strange got completely torched. And Ramondre starting off not great. But now it is the Jaguars' ball. And there's Jalen Petrie, who missed the tackle, but gets back up and makes the tackle. Jabril Peppers is there as well, who, if you remember last season, was our entire defense. But Jalen Petrie did a great heads-up play to get knocked down, but come right back. As there is Jawan Bentley. Obviously, Christian Gonzalez got there as well, but Jawan Bentley read that perfectly. And AI really likes to run whenever, no matter what down it is. As I jinxed it. He's firing deep for Petrie, or not Petrie. Petrie was in coverage. I got torched, but Lawrence just missed him. Petrie was playing good enough defense. As I got in a bad situation, I wanted to try and block it, but Patterson's not going to call a fair catch. We're going to cut to the outside, now cut to the other side, and a solid return by Cordero Patterson to get us back into Jag's side of the field. As I really just don't like running it towards Josh Allen, but we're going to try it. Running it left towards Josh Allen's side. Ramondre Stevenson runs for 6. And I'm testing it. Oh, and we got a PI call. Looking for Curtis Samuel. And we got hit multiple times. I thought that was offense. I was scared. But Darius Williams hits Curtis Samuel. So that'll be a first down and goal. And we're putting Samuel on a zig. Firing end zone. Curtis Samuel touchdown. We signed him because we were hoping he'd be better than Devontae Parker. And just like the first episode of Patriots franchise, our first touchdown goes to our #1 wide receiver. Then it was Devontae Parker. Now it is Curtis Samuel. Lawrence back out there for their third drive. An interesting start. First drive was a pick on the first play. Second drive was a great touchdown drive. And the third one was a punt after we turned it over. They didn't gain any yards, really. They lost a yard as Zay Jones makes another completion. Lawrence, we're going to send a blitz. Petrie coming up. And Lawrence has to throw it away. Matthew Judon, I believe that's who it was there immediately. Christian Gonzalez also applied some big pressure. Jawan Bentley was there. No, Gonzalez was covering the tight end, which is who they were targeting. But as now they're going to run it with ETN. And ETN breaks a tackle and gets tackled from behind. Jabril Peppers made some part of that tackle. His first tackle of the game, apparently. As I'm gonna use their Petrie in the middle. If they run it, I'm gonna come up to try and fill the gap. Petrie gets laid out, but Marte Mapu with the tackle after a gain of 2. I'm hoping to just get as many players involved. Like, oh, okay. I'm on the middle linebacker. Oh! Cordell Goodwin had a pick in his hands. That's the number 9 overall pick, Cordell Goodwin. And he's had a perfect chance at a pick, maybe going for a touchdown. Lawrence has to fire, and Christian Kirk breaks off a Chris Gonzalez tackle. He is so lucky. If Lawrence throws that any later, Christian Gonzalez is there to maybe get his second pick six of the game. And I guess this game's just a bunch of what-ifs, but Marte Mapu in at linebacker. Firing sideline. Cole Strange? Nope. B Strange. I'm guessing that's a rookie because there's no other... I don't know why I guessed Cole Strange. He's on the Patriots. He's no lineman. As there is the other tight end. Is that another rookie? Oh, no, Luke Farrell. He exists. All right. Marte Mapu is the only guy in the middle of the field. They throw a screen to Kirk, who gets pancaked between J.C. Jackson and Jalen Petrie, but they're just driving down the field. I'm hoping they can just give the ball to us. They can score before the half, or before giving us enough time to get into field goal range potentially. As there is great tackle by Derek Noddy, I believe, but Poona Ford, our number 1 D tackle, is injured. But we signed a ton of D tackles for this. We've got Devon Goshaw, Derek Noddy in right now. We also have Matthew Ioannidis in case we need him. Lawrence has a touchdown. Christian Kirk. Really just, we had abdominal tear for Poona Ford. That's great. But Christian Kirk had a crossing route, and our zones and our deep safety had a guy already in that zone. I believe it was probably Zay Jones or Calvin Ridley, and really had no chance to get down there. Really just zone coverage did not work out in that situation. I was using Mapu trying to get down there, but Mapu couldn't have done a lot. As Peterson, Cordell Patterson returns it up to the 26, though I think he went farther. Curtis Samuel, that's who number 4 is. I'm just brain dead, apparently. So we're going to have to pass, obviously. As there's Dorsey, the rookie Anthony Dorsey. Huge gain. First career reception for Dorsey. Obviously, we wanted it to be, as Demario Douglas gets some playtime, we obviously wanted it to be from the rookie, but as we go up the middle, there's Dorsey again. Anthony Dorsey, another catch. Mac Jones is on fire right now as Demario Douglas is left uncovered in the seam, firing it to him. Demario Douglas makes the catch, and I'm not going to call a timeout here. I'm going to let the clock start running. Honestly, we could probably run the ball with Stevens if we really wanted to, but we're not going to. We're going to take the snap, throw it underneath Chris Thomas. And Thomas, the number 2 overall pick, has his first career touchdown. Chris Thomas, first career reception, and he just drives it straight up the field. We wanted him to be there, like Jasicki would be there to block 2. He blocks, I believe, Andre Sisco, and just runs it right up. Mac Jones throws a dime, and it's a beautiful touchdown. Lawrence and the offense comes back out for one more drive, which we left way too much time on the clock. They have 50 seconds and 3 timeouts to try and score. I'm pass committing, though. As there is Evan Ingram, the tight end. Duggar makes the tackle, and no. Matthew Judon, who missed so much of last season with an injury, is now injured again. And that's horrible news. Lawrence going deep, firing J.C. Jackson. Had an interception in his hands, and he couldn't make the catch. As now another player injured, Matthew Ioannidis. Another defensive tackle. We're down 2 defensive tackles right now, leaving only Derek Noddy. And as Lawrence misses ETN, that's huge for us. And as we probably will see Matthew Judon muscle cramps, we'll let him sit out the rest of the half. Boogie Basham's in. Jawan Bentley is going to be my user. Hopefully they throw it to Evan Ingram. I'll pick him off. Lawrence just throws it away, And that gives us another 30 seconds to try and score again before the half. And another torn labrum. So 2 defensive tackles out for the game and probably for a couple more weeks. As we almost blocked it with Kyle Duggar. Cordell Patterson back to return. And he returns it. We got 22 seconds to try and get into field goal range. I had the option of a screen pass, but I think right here, Mike Gesicki up the seam. Gesicki up the seam. Like I said, we're calling timeout number 1. We did have to waste one of our timeouts with the injury, but that's huge. All right, Andre Cisco is going to be right there, but I feel like if he bites too much, we're firing Juju. Incomplete. Okay, that's not that big of a deal. We can survive that. We're going to do double slants. Curtis Samuel does not have press. Okay, if he had press coverage, I'd be sending him on a streak right now. We're going to take the snap. Mack is going to roll out, fire for Dorsey, and Dorsey makes the catch. That's beautiful. We're going to let the clock tick, and we're calling the timeout with 3 seconds. Chad Ryland comes in, and a beautiful execution of that drive by Mike Gesicki and Dorsey, and Chad Ryland nails it, and we are up 10 points on the Jags at halftime, and we get ball at half. That was an electric start to the game. We have not gotten a ton of rushing yards with Ramondre like I hoped we would. We're going to still go running outside, though. I want to get something breaking free. And I feel like if we defend the short pass, it's going to work out. As Mac Jones has looked kind of elite, which scares me to say. But maybe we do not see Josh Hales at all, unless, I guess maybe we see him if it's a blowout. As Patterson couldn't return it up this far. I'll give him a break there. Mac Jones, after an electric first half, comes out again. And we're going to try handing it off first play to Cordell Patterson. Our change of pace back, but it's not going to work out. Mac firing sideline. Gesicki had it in his hands. Incomplete. I think it might have been complete, but I threw it early. I was expecting Mac to know what the route is and Gesicki to come back because he's supposed to be on a comebacker. But yeah, Gesicki steps out, meaning way too aggressive on our first couple plays, and the Jags defense is insane apparently. And Bryce Behringer sends it deep. And Adrian Phillips, who is now 37 years old, I believe, makes the tackle. Or I guess not the tackle, it pushes him out of bounds. You might get credit for a tackle for that. I'm expecting a run, so I'm moving Peppers up. Hopefully I don't bite too hard. Nope, it's not. Test him. Lawrence throws a cross-bodied Evan Ingram. Man, what is that? Not even realistic. But, yeah, big play. Now I'm hoping we can pick him off. It's probably going to be a rush to ETN on this play specifically. And I just missed. Jawan Bentley had a perfect... If I just go for a wrap-up tackle. As ETN's slow to get up, but I guarantee he's not hurt. Ramondre Stevenson's had that animation before, and he gets right... And he went right back up and got a touchdown the next play, actually. So, watch out for ETN. He'll probably score a touchdown. Oh, they're going to go jet sweep. Nope, they do run it with ETN, and ETN is stuffed. Jabril Peppers, or not Jabril, Jawan Bentley, first one to get there. Though Jabril Peppers was doing a dance in the background, if you saw that. All right, we know it's going to be a pass. 3rd and 6. Do not give up this first. Jawan Bentley lays the boom on Christian Kirk, stopping him short, and they're going to have to go for the field goal. That's a clutch play by Jawan Bentley. I noticed that they were going to go there. I saw that Kirk was getting open, so I cut with Jawan Bentley back inside, and I do a hit stick every time. Usually it doesn't work out. In that case, it did, and Bentley laid out Christian Kirk. I was hoping for an incompletion or a fumble, but I mean, he went down, they kicked the field goal. That's what we wanted. As Patterson will do what I wanted that time, 28-yard line. Beautiful. We need to run the ball more, though. We're going to do some motions. Looks like right guard, and a bunch of people moved left, and it did not work out well. 4 yards for Ramondre. Ramondre's been getting stuffed all game, though. We're going to try tight end whip. Maybe Dorsey or Samuels will have him. Mack, I tried to run it with him because no one was open. He runs for a yard. Now it's 3rd and 5. Josh Allen, like I said, anybody named Allen will easily get free everything on us. As we take the snap. Fired underneath. Cordero Patterson. We're juking inside. Big gain by Cordero Patterson. And who would have thought Mac Jones would be playing this good? Patterson goes for 13. Ooh, I might actually, if Samuel... Curtis Samuel catches it for 8 yards. That's his 2nd reception. I want to get him more touches, man. But he just cannot get that press coverage I want to give him. Okay, we're relying on our power of Ramondre Stevenson. We got a block. Ramondre is free. Curtis Samuel couldn't hold his block any longer, but that is 6 yards per carry right now, I believe. That's 36 divided by... No, it's not 36 divided by 9. Is it? Do I not know my math? We're running left again. Ramondre runs for 3. Yeah, that definitely wasn't right. He's at a little under 4 yards per carry. They want to have me keep doing runs, but they're not working. All right, we're going to try a zig by Dorsey. Get him on the outside. Got him. Dorsey, first down. And, man, Anthony Dorsey has 51 yards in his first career game. That's pretty electric. And 3 down linemen, that's a Cordero Patterson run if I've ever seen one. 6 yards. Patterson, big play threat is what he is normally. All right, I'm relying on Thomas to hold a block. He has terrible run blocking. But Stevenson gets the first anyway, and Dante Fowler Jr., I didn't show the play he got injured earlier, but this is his 2nd time getting injured. As they want to have me keep running halfback angle. Dude, stop. All right, we're running it left with Stevenson. Samuel, hold your block for a second longer, man. Samuel, not the greatest run blocker, clearly. I'm not running halfback angle. Give me any other. We're doing inside zone, but we're going to send that. Oh, we tried firing for Dorsey. He gets bumped. That's aggravating. Jasicki misses his tackle. Patterson has to take it. Man, that's so dumb. You see this all the time in Madden, though. If you just watch Dorsey's route, he takes the slant. He's wide open. And I throw it here because I expect him to get open, and he gets bumped, which should be pass interference. But they don't call it. And he ends up becoming a pick. And wow. That's okay, great play by Andre Sisco, I believe who that was. Knocking ETN out because he probably would have completed that. We're doing a lot of 4 down linemen. I'm going to switch this to a blitz. I feel like Boogie Bash gets some pressure here. They're switching one of their tight ends, Luke Farrell, I think that's who that is. And that is a great tackle by Derek Noddy. And once again, 4 down linemen in a play that looks like they're going to pass. It's going to be a run, but I'm going to guess pass. If they run it, I'm screwed. But nope, they take it to the 4th. We are up by 7 on the Jacksonville Jags. Can we stop them and get a Week 1 victory? Patrick Peterson's playing in a linebacker role right now. That scares me. There's Christian Kirk. He's been torching us all game. Calvin Ridley hasn't even been targeted, I don't think. But Christian Kirk has 105 yards and a touchdown. I'm pass committing again. I'm doing great play. Jawan Bentley knocks it out of Christian Kirk's hands. And currently, I think Jawan Bentley's our defensive player of the week. Defensive player of the game. and maybe even actual player of the game. He's been electric. There's a great tackle by J.C. Jackson, our really mad expensive player, and I'm not blitzing. They wanted me to give me a blitz. I'm not blitzing that. I'm not risking it. Kyle Duggar. They go to run. Oh, and Jabril Peppers, it tips off his hands. Jabril Peppers had an easy pick there. I did a play on the ball. It worked out in the end, but okay. I need Logan Cook to shank the punt. Oh, this looks like a beautiful. Please don't. Oh, thank God. It goes out barely, but now we could try running the ball out, but I don't think it's going to work very well. 3 tight ends, including Zach Ertz, who's getting his first play time of the year. Stevenson runs for 5, and man, we have not been able to hit our goal. All right, maybe Dorsey on the out route. We're going underneath, and Curtis Samuel drops a wide open pass. That's not something you want to see. That's what I wanted my sliders to be, though. I wanted to make it harder for me to complete passes like that. As we're going to fire Mike Gesicki. Not that bad. Mike Gesicki. Back-to-back wide open drops by Curtis Samuel and Mike Gesicki. And Bryce Baringer back out to punt again. And for some reason, their gunners always get perfect cover, or perfect blocking. C.J. Henderson, the former Jacksonville Jag, makes the tackle. I believe he wasn't drafted by the Jags. He was drafted by the Panthers and traded, but I could be wrong. As Lawrence hands it off, Etienne. Petrie misses his tackle. Etienne bowling people over now, and Jawan Bentley comes out of nowhere and makes the tackle. But we can't keep allowing this. Bentley had nothing he could do. Plus, there's no point in tanking. We don't have our first-round pick. Oh, there's Calvin Ridley. Always have to bet on him making catches. Get it? Because he got suspended for betting. Yay, hilarious jokes. All right, time for Jawan Bentley to get a pick. They do a bubble screen. Christian Gonzalez, just make the tackle. You just need a clean tackle. Gain a 6, but I don't want to keep going for hit 6 as Jets are beating the Bills 5-0, which means they got a safety and a field goal. That's it. Oh my gosh, Jawan Bentley somehow doesn't get any pass deflection. I went for a pass deflection. I didn't even go for like a normal hits or normal jump for the ball, but apparently he went for the ball instead. I don't know. This is just getting more and more aggravating by the second. And Etienne's breaking tackles. This isn't even fair. My tackling is not that bad. Travis Etienne down to the 1. I'm run committing middle. If they throw it, I'm screwed, but otherwise, get pressure. Etienne scores anyway. He breaks everybody. Touchdown, Jags. And just like that, they came back from down 24-14 at one point with us having the ball to now us being tied. And honestly, with how our offense has been in the second half, they probably will score or get the ball back because we have no offense whatsoever. Patterson, it's up to you, man. Do something big. That's Cordero Patterson. Huge return. Chris Thomas doesn't hold the block long enough to get anything more, but I mean, that's still a massive play. If anything, we can just run the ball out and get overtime, but I don't think I want to do that. Zach Ertz at the tight end spot on the left side, and Stevenson. Oh, if you run that man over, you have a touchdown. Probably not, but you'll get caught from behind. But a first down on the first run of the drive for Ramondre, as Carter is wearing 82 for some reason, our fullback. That looks illegal. Firing for Gesicki, and he makes that catch, but you couldn't make the wide open one. As one of their players, Ron Harvin's injured, even though he was just arguing. Okay. Thomas and Juju have routes, along with Curtis Samuel. I'm firing Juju and just couldn't get it to him. If I lead that more outside, I think maybe it gets completed. But Campbell makes the play. Once again, I'm going Dorsey on a zig. It's what's worked. We're going short. Patterson, reach, 3rd and 2. And I think if we get to 4th and short, I'm going for it. But I hope we don't have to be there. Chris Thomas, just hold a block. They commit left. Stevenson cuts it up, gets the first down, but now a big injury. Mike Gesicki holding his hand. And that's bad because that just leaves only Thomas and Zach Ertz. I mean, Thomas isn't bad. We drafted him number 2 overall, and he was like 2nd best player in the, or 3rd best player in the class. But still, we're throwing it underneath. Dorsey drops a wide open pass. That's another drop. Bruised elbow. We got to get Gesicki in. He's the most sure-handed guy we have right now. And it doesn't even look like he's sure-handed. Okay. Going for Juju on the sideline. He gains 4-ish. Okay, bench swap. Gesicki, maybe Curtis Samuel in the corner. And we immediately get hit. Trayvon Walker gets to us immediately. Chad Ryland comes in for the field goal, give us a 3-point lead, but if we can't stop Travis Etienne, what's the point? We're going to start off with the first play blitz. Just need to get anything. And Lawrence goes down. Jawan Bentley and Jalen Petrie get there for a huge first down sack, driving us to the 2-minute warning. And a rematch of the, I believe it was 2017 AFC Championship game where the Jaguars came up short once again. We're hoping to repeat that. Ingram makes the huge catch. First timeout called by the Jags. We have to get to T-Law. T-Law will send Christian Kirk or Zay Jones in motion. And Zay Jones drops it. 4th and inches. Kyle Duggar, with the game on the line potentially, knocks the ball out of his hands. And this could be a rush. I'm bringing Petrie up. If we can stop him here, it's huge. Etienne pushes off Devon Godshaw. Christian Gonzalez makes a huge tackle, but that's not good. They're almost in field goal range already. And since Devon Godshaw got blown off, that's not good. As we've got horrible routes right now. They run a draw play. Kyle Duggar and Jabril Peppers make the tackle, but they're running hurry up. I'm guessing pass. And Calvin Ridley jukes everybody out on my team. They run hurry up. We're doing pass commit. That's all we can do right now. We're on a screen pass. And Etienne drops it. That would probably be better for him to catch it, actually. Waste one of their timeouts or something. But great pass breakup. All of our players are tired now is the problem. J.C. Jackson's not in the right spot. They flip the play. I have to use her on Pat Pete. Going end zone, Zay Jones touchdown. And now we've got to block this extra point to make it a field goal game. Otherwise, we need a touchdown. Nope. They make it. Kaimi Fairbairn nails it. 36 seconds to score a touchdown. The New England Patriots and Mac Jones. Patterson just let it go. It's not worth returning that. If it was Patrick Peterson, I'd let him return it because he's done it on me before. But they don't want to run press coverage at all against my guy, Curtis Samuel. But I'm going to send him on a streak anyway. Fire it for Gesicki. He drops it. As all of a sudden the Jets put up huge points on Bills. Dude, run some press coverage, man. Going us on a post with Dorsey incomplete. Lloyd knocks it down. Third down and very long. They still don't want to call press, which is smart of them. Firing Douglas. Douglas makes a huge catch. First time out called. 23 seconds. There's still time to do stuff. We're doing a normal pass block. I'm going to do Juju up the seam maybe. If Cisco bites the way I want him to bite. Oh, that's a horrible route. Juju, what are you doing? Devin Lloyd intercepts it. And that's the game. We just lost. You guys saw it. I put Juju on a streak. And what route does Juju run? Let's just watch what route Juju runs. He cuts inside and then cuts out. And then as soon as I see him cut inside, I'm like, oh, he's going to run a post. He's going to go up this way into all this open field. But instead, he cuts back upfield, and Devin Lloyd gets a free pick. So, I don't know what to say. The game's over. Hit him late, Kyle Duggar. It don't really matter. Jaguars are going to eke out a stupid win because this game sucks. Mac Jones threw 2 interceptions on Dorsey getting bumped and that bad route by Juju. If you look at the stats, Mac Jones didn't do half bad besides those 2 picks. Lawrence threw the first play interception, didn't really do anything bad other than that. Etienne, 83 yards, 2 touchdowns. Man, Ramondre just couldn't get anything going. That's really the biggest thing. Christian Kirk, 111 yards and a touchdown. Gesicki had 103 yards, but 2 drops that lost us the game. Ingram had 80 yards, Ridley 61. Dorsey had 51 yards, had another wide open drop. Mario Douglas had 42 yards. Zay Jones, 37 and a touchdown. Chris Thomas had 22 yards and his only reception, which was a touchdown. Patterson had 21 yards. Samuel, 14 yards, a touchdown, but had a clutch drop. Juju, 13 yards, had a clutch drop. If we go to defense, Gonzalez and Peppers both had 8 tackles. Petrie and Bentley had 7 each. Cordell Goodwin and Kyle Duggar both had 5. Tackles for loss, 3 for Bentley. He was everywhere. 2 for Petrie, 1 for Gonzalez, Uche, and Dietrich Wise. 1 sack for Uche, 1.5 for Petrie and Bentley. Interception for Gonzalez, went for a touchdown. 2 pass deflections for Peppers. One of them was a drop pick that would have probably stopped the touchdown. Duggar, J.C. Jackson, Juwan Bentley, and Cordell Goodwin all had pass deflections, no forced fumbles. Obviously, the 1 touchdown by Christian Gonzalez. Well, unfortunate way to end the season. Not the season. Unfortunate way to end week 1. We choke a game we probably should have won. We also don't get Gonzalez's thing because of that 1. Just because he didn't get any good animations. I'm confused by C.J. Henderson's face cam, but a bunch of other bigger players aren't, like Matthew Judon. Interesting nonetheless. We couldn't get any of this. But yeah, not having Poona Ford or Matthew Ioannidis is big too for the next couple games. I'm not even going to click the other one. It's going to be too demoralizing. I'm going to use my franchise points on the 3rd and final after-school tutoring upgrade. And we'll look at the injuries to end the week. Abdominal tear out for 3 weeks and torn labrum out for 4. Great. So yeah, injuries going to kill us. But we will sim to next week against the Colts, where we hopefully will not get destroyed as much. But I guess we will see. Leading rusher, by the way, only has 100 yards. That's crazy. But we will face Kenny Moore and the Colts in the next episode. So leave a like if you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time.